Hello everybody, welcome to a very late, unedited version of the Crochet Lovers Crochet Podcast, episode number 54. I recorded an episode for last week and it just never got out there. That's college life. Anyways, this episode might not come out on Wednesday. I might schedule it for Wednesday. We'll see exactly what happens. But I am filming it on the 4th of September. So yeah, this is what's going on. Basically, I started college August 24th, and excuse me, it's been an adjustment. I've been just trying to focus more on that than my crochet, but I have been doing my crochet orders in the background, which is a nice little break, and very excited to see how it's going. So I can't wait to share with you what I made. So I'm just gonna go straight to it. The bees. I finished the bees. Very exciting. If you've been following my podcast since I restarted it again, you'll know that I had an order for 3 crochet bees. So the descriptions were to be pink, yellow, and purple. To be the size of around a little golf ball, but not too big. And for the bottoms to be flat so that they can sit on a desk without rolling off, because there's going to be desk decorations, so they're not going to be too big. And basically little things like that. So I did the first one a while ago, like a couple weeks back. Here's the first little bee. I've shown this one plenty of times, and you can see the stomach is flat. And if you see any hairs in there, ignore that. I'm going to be obviously like taking it off and everything before I ship it out. That's what you get for owning a dog. Hair just gets everywhere. But yeah, the sides of it are flat and it sits on your hand very nicely. The pattern is Bumblebee by Amy Woodhouse. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I made 3 bees with this so far. Works wonderfully. The only downside of it, I guess, that I just wasn't used to was using a 3mm hook. That wasn't my favorite part, but it's fine. And it came out to the perfect size anyways, because it's actually supposed to be a keychain, but I didn't need to add the keychain to it, so I didn't put the keychain on it. The part of making your own things is that it's customizable. There's the pink one, and for that I use Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel Cotton Solids in Pink Canyon. This is DK weight, 100% cotton yarn. Weight 3. Hobby Lobby. And then, before I left, I made, I don't know when exactly it was. I don't know if I don't think this was shown on the last podcast, but here is bee number 2. Can you tell it's pretty late? Here is bee number 2. Flat on the bottom still. Very cute, very adorable. Sits flat. And this color is in the colored Mustard Seed. And by the way, the black is just Mainstays cotton in the colorway black. This stuff is weight 4, and the others are weight 3, which didn't seem to be a problem at all. And then this weekend, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bring it with me when I go camping and get it done. And that's what I did. So, here is the 4th little bee. And they all are a little different than each other, which is nice, a little variation. But yeah, this one sits flat also. And this color is Lovely Lilac. And here's all 3 of them together, because I just have to see them together. I haven't even done that yet for myself. So, look how cute they all are. I can't wait to send these off. So to make the bottoms flat, I put a little washer in them. Sorry, it's gonna be loud. I tried getting everything out of the noisy bags before the podcast started, but completely spaced off. I believe these were bought at Walgreens. At Walmart. These are fender washers. 3.5, 3/8. I always say 3.5. It's 3/8 inches by 1 1/4 inches, and there's 4 of them. So I have one left in case I want to make another one for myself, or one of them she doesn't like and she wants me to remake it, or just to use as it's intended to. But I just have it sitting at the bottom of the bee, and that is how it's sitting flat. So I'm very excited for that. While I'm on the topic of the bees, there's something that's on my mind, and I just want to get it out. While I crocheted the purple bee, I did record a crochet with me video. The video is about 40 minutes, and it's straight to end, no breaks of me just making this bee. So if you do like crochet with me videos, I'm talking to you. If you don't like crochet with me videos, you can just skip ahead until I'm not talking about it. But basically, while I was thinking about it, I was like, all my crochet with me videos are sped up, and sometimes I like to go back and watch them and like crochet with myself, I guess. Just because I like having the motivation in the background of someone else doing it with me. So I was just thinking, because the video is longer than a typical just working on a blanket till I get bored with it, or something like that, would you be interested in a 40-minute video, not edited at all? I mean, sorry, like not sped up. I'm gonna mute it just because there's talking and shows on the background and everything. I can either have it muted, or I can play some royalty-free music in the background or something. I'll probably have music if that's the case. But yeah, so would you rather I have it the 40 minutes or the sped up time? Because honestly, I think either would be really cool, especially since I haven't done a 40-minute video like that before with a crochet with me. Especially if you're wanting to have a long sprint like that, I think that'd be really cool. So if I could have your inputs, if you like crochet with me videos, let me know. Because I know I really like watching them, and I also like creating them also. So that's the end of that. While I was camping, I got bored because we don't have any service, but I do have my yarn with me, and my creative juices have been flowing a lot recently just because I've been forced to use them in regards to school, writing essays, little things like that. So I was sitting and thinking with my family, and I was like, you know what would be really cool? A pumpkin dishcloth, and just the imagery just like came to my head. I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna write a pattern because I don't have any time to write a pattern, and I knew my boundaries and I knew my limits, and I was like, I won't be able to write it, but I can't execute it. So it's not done yet, but I was like, you know what, when I do have my craft markets, because I'm kind of done with creating Etsy listings, but I am gonna keep my shop open in case someone does like an item that they like, or to do custom order payments. They're also anyways, I'm making more items towards craft shops now, like craft markets and everything. So I was thinking this could be an item towards that, and I can make it in like a set of 3 or something. I don't have all the details worked out yet. So I don't know how this pumpkin-y this looks. If it doesn't look like a pumpkin, I'm gonna ask around, see what people think about it. I might just keep for myself, honestly, but I'm trying to get it to lay flat because I had to fold it up. I haven't sewed my ends yet, so just ignore that. Because whoever weaves in their ends is not me. Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to get it to lay flat, is just like not doing its job, man. Like, how pumpkin-y does this look? Like, let's be honest here. I know, ignore the stem. The stem looks a little crooked, but like, so over here I did increase by 3 every time, and then I decreased that by 3, and then this is like 2 right here. And yeah, I know there's not a face on it or anything, but I know I kind of see it, but I don't at the same time. Maybe it was just another midnight thought, because that's exactly what it was when I started this. Either way, I think it'd be really cool. And then, or I might embroider. Oh, I just had an idea. I'm not gonna say that idea. I'm just gonna wait and show you when I'm done. Oh, I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't want to say it in case it just like the idea just like didn't execute very well, but I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm gonna do that after the video. So that's like the main things I've been working on, which was yesterday. And then every once in a while, in between my study breaks, my homework breaks, I'll pull out my big bag of my friend's blanket, and I can't. What a good podcaster I am. I don't remember where I was the last time I showed it to you, because this right here's the other side. Okay. I know where I'm at now. When there's yarn wrapped in and out of the blanket, and there's fabric everywhere, it's kind of hard to figure out where you're at. Okay, so this is where I was a while ago. This is 2 balls. This is my friend's blanket. Here's the friend's logo. And then after I did the 2 balls of yarn, I added to the other side. So I can't show you progress-wise where I was last time, but I can show you what it looks like now. And something I noticed, so before I tell you that, this is Red Heart Unforgettable in the colorway Gossamer, and I'm using a 6.5mm crochet hook. So keep in mind that when I got this, when I originally started staring, I had in mind that I wanted to make a blanket for myself, but I didn't know how much I was going to take. All I heard was that I kind of figured it was going to take a lot, just because the balls itself aren't that big. Like you saw how much 2 was on the other side. So when I originally had that idea, kid you not, maybe 6 o'clock, I went out to my local Michael's, bought all of their gossamer yarns, which I think was 6-7 of them, and then I went out to a nearby city, which was about 30-45 minutes away, and I got all of their gossamer yarns also, so a total of 13. And I didn't realize I totally forgot about dye lots. I didn't think it would be a problem, just because it's the same yarn. Why would it, always think about dye lots. Like, I never had that problem, so just didn't think about it. All I knew was that I knew I needed this yarn, so I had to go get it. So I haven't really came into any problems with it, but you can definitely tell a difference between the two. Like, on the top of the friend's blanket, it's a lot more, like, vibrant and colory, where this one is a lot more dull. So, like, excuse me, that's not a problem at all, because the colors still match, because it's the same yarn, it's just not the same shades, which, I mean, it's for myself. If I was selling this, I would have been, like, freaking out going off the walls or whatever, but, like I said, I'm not too worried about it. So, I'm glad things are related. Also, I totally forgot to talk about this because I don't have it with me. I did make a scarf for my grandmother. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this yarn. Okay, this was Loops and Threads Eco something. Don't have the colorway either. I don't know where the ball band is for that. It's a very neon ball. It has like neon yellow, orange, purple, blues, pinks, yellows, and they alternate. So like every stitch is a new color. I got 2 balls of that, and the yarn is very thick. Like you're supposed to use a 9mm crochet hook. I use a 7. First of all, not realizing that you needed a 9, and I don't have a 9, so I just use my 7mm, and you can, like in this picture, you can tell. Anyways, I started this while I was at school, like the first week, interchangeably between classes and whatever, and then it turned into a study break project before I did my friend's one, and it's just like 15 double crochets back and forth. I was gonna do something fancy. Sorry, told you it's late. But when I do fancy stitches, I want to do like the bobble stitch or the popcorn stitch or something, and that takes up a lot of yarn. I was pretty limited on this, so I got a decent chunk done these past 2 weeks. So I finished up the rest of it while I was camping also, and I just gave it to my grandma because she was already there with me, so she really loved it. Made me happy. And I'd be like, why in the world did you give your grandma these crazy colors? It's because it fits her very well. Like, she was very happy to see the colors. Like, she loves tie-dye. She's a hippie at heart and everything. When I gave it to her, she's like, I have a hoodie in this color, and this color, and this color. Oh, not this color, but she was so happy to see it. Yeah, I'm going to get off because my brain is trying to cranky. I'm sure you can hear it, and it's trying to crank. Yes. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.